What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Happy Halloween to everyone. If you're going out trick-or-treating, taking your kids out, everybody be safe. Have a great holiday. There is actually a ton of footage to break down right now from Marvel Studios floating around on the internet, not only for Loki episode 5 and 6, but also the Marvels, which is all set to drop and say within the next week or so. But for this latest TV spot for the Marvels, apparently Marvel Studios decided to spill all the beans. They don't only confirm an incursion and a separate reality, but basically confirm all the rumors we've been hearing about the film and for quite some time. We need to break down the frames in this latest footage from Marvel Studios and talk about how far they decided to go. Not often I have to issue a spoiler warning for official Marvel footage, but that's about where we're at with this because this latest one is an absolute doozy. We're going to break down and annotate all the new Marvels footage that dropped in today's TV spot, talk about why they blacked out half the screen, what they might be hiding, and of course give context to what this all means for the future of the MCU. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner. In fact, it'll be back-to-back giveaways next week with the finale for Loki and the release of the Marvels. Again, if you want to be entered to win, super simple. All you got to do, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, today's TV spot was only 15 seconds, so in case you haven't seen it, let's run it here for you.
Captain Marvel.
There's a different reality leading into ours.
They're here. The Marvels.
Now, you may be saying to yourself, but hey, that was really short, it didn't reveal anything. The literal premise for this TV spot was be there for what comes next, as if Marvel Studios already knows that you don't want to be there for what's happening during the Marvels, and that's a shame because I actually think this is going to be one of the better and more endearing Marvel movies of late, and while word of mouth will still have time to save this at the box office, it could be that extremely weak pre-sale tickets and what's looking like the lowest Marvel box office of all time has Marvel Studios reactionarily basically spoiling this entire film in just 15 seconds during a TV spot a week before it comes out. So, that little spoiler warning I mentioned during the prologue, here it is. If you've somehow made it this far without wanting the entire plot for this thing spoiled, and especially now that Marvel's put it on the internet in a couple of frames, now would be your chance to back out. Otherwise, let's dive in. Now, with the overlay, be ready for what comes next. As those words fade out, and for the word next, the last letter left is X. That is on purpose. What they're talking about, the other reality, quote, bleeding in. A long-time rumor for this film is that we would see an incursion, and then based on the back of those rumors, we started to hear that Monica Rambeau may end up on the other side of that incursion into the other reality. Well, they actually showed it here during these frames. Look, if you play it very slow and for 3 frames at the beginning of the trailer, you can see what looks like Monica Rambeau going into that other reality. That other reality they then show again in the window in the hexagon right here. When the word next fades out, the last letter left on screen is X right next to this window. Yes, the timeline that they are talking about, the reality that is starting to bleed in with ours that Monica Rambeau mentions literally during this trailer as well. Another reality is starting to bleed into ours. That is the X-Men reality. It had long been rumored that Monica Rambeau would end up again on the other side of an incursion in a different reality where she would run into her mother, who's the Captain Marvel of that universe. Then, based on leaks and rumors over the last 2 or 3 days, and now according to sources that we trust, it's been rumored that changes were made to include X-Men characters, and that basically the new plan was to merge the Fox X-Men timeline with the 616, these 2 specific realities, not only to form Battleworld, but basically leading into Deadpool 3, where we can get the rest of the X-Men team alongside the Avengers and headed into Secret Wars. Now, 2 things I do want to clarify, and that's the use of hexagonal jump points versus what looks like an incursion. Kind of looks like they're using the hexagons interchangeably. We've seen them as jump points in the MCU and for quite some time. It also kind of looks like that's what happens when reality peels away. It may seem slightly confusing, but it's really not. They did the same thing with using a hexagon for Wanda's hex in Westview. A hexagon is said to be in nature so much, mostly just because it's a stable way to arrange atoms, and that could be the basis for why both the jump points in the MCU and now the incursions sort of look the same and based on a bunch of hexagons. The second thing I will say is that this scene right here could be taking place on our Saber base in the 616, but the way that Monica Rambeau looks so confused as she sits up, and the way that this person crosses in the foreground, I have to wonder if this isn't Maria Rambeau they're showing us. Again, all of this seems to be setting up the post-credit scene, the X-Men universe, the incursions, her traveling over there, basically making good on all the rumors, and really has to make you wonder if Marvel didn't want to just go ahead and confirm all this stuff. So if there was anybody on the fence about whether or not they were going to see this in theaters, well, because there's X-Men set up and so much more than what this film is just going to cover in the film itself, maybe people will go now, which I hate that they conceded that. It seems like it's so far from what Marvel Studios used to do. And, you know, look, this isn't anything new. They've been doing it for quite some time. By the time Wakanda Forever came out, you could have stitched together all the TV spots and probably gotten at least, I don't know, a third of that film. Same for Multiverse of Madness. We were right around the corner from the film coming out, and all of a sudden they were showing us TV spots with most of the Illuminati. They were teasing Professor X, Captain Carter. I just personally think that they don't need to do all this. I know that the pre-sales and the box office may be low, but running out these TV spots and basically confirming and revealing everything that's coming up for a film and right before it comes out really isn't doing anything except for revealing it to the people who are already going. Basically what I'm saying is that there are those of us like you and me who already bought our tickets for the Marvels, or if you haven't, you're going to when you go see it. Anybody who's on the fence who already just staunchly just decided they weren't going to go is not going to see this TV spot and then decide all of a sudden they need to get tickets and go now. And I also hate that Marvel conceded, hey, be ready for what's coming next, not be ready for what happens during this film. This is just sort of my personal reaction to this, but we know what's up, guys. I don't have to explain to you the state of Marvel fandom right now. And I think that, unfortunately, because of the way things have been, even though there are some really good products coming out from Marvel, and right now, right? Loki Season 2 has been absolutely the best Marvel television there has ever been. It's not even close. And now the Marvels might actually end up being one of their really good films, but there's a little less interest because of some of the saturation, the overhype for some projects that didn't deliver when they should have. That being said, I don't think Marvel needs to fall into this trap of revealing everything before the movies come out. They should really play things close to the vest and go back to their motto where maybe there were some misleading scenes in the trailers, rightly or not, that got edited, but that we didn't know what was coming. Think back to even of the days of rumors and plot leaks for Avengers 4. They were at their all-time high. That's when I built my channel, and we still all showed up to the movie that weekend, not having really any idea what was going to happen. Guys, I am all ears. Let me know down below how you feel about this, and I am curious, are there any of you diehards here at the channel that are enough of an MCU fan to watch channels like mine and every day, but aren't going to go see the Marvels or didn't take the time to go see Guardians of the Galaxy? Are there some of you who are still entrenched in the fandom but don't actually spend money on the box office tickets? Because to me, that's who Marvel Studios is aiming this TV spot at, and I think it's a waste of time. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, a couple days left for the daily comic book giveaway. All you got to do to be entered to win that or either of the PlayStation giveaways next week, one for the finale of Loki and one for the Marvels. Super simple. All the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places. Instagram and Twitter at @AdamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.